All right, we are back. Let's see. And wait for people to rejoin. We had a little mishap with the first stream. Hoping it's all good now. We couldn't have anyone participate in the chat, which is always a bummer. So we're just restarting. But yeah, so we're gonna wait for more people to roll in here shortly. We'll just continue off of what I was previously talking about. So the new Percy Jackson series debuted a teaser trailer today. It looks cool. But ultimately, what I'm very happy with is that it seems the main author and creator of Percy Jackson is awesome. We have someone to stream. Please type in the chat so we can make sure we're all good and dandy. Excuse me. Just waiting a little bit. Let's see if I can do something about it. So good. Sorry, some slight technical difficulties. Yep. Oh, awesome, Mark. Thank you. Appreciate you. But yeah, I saw it. So welcome to the stream, Mark. Good to have you back. It was nice to have you yesterday on the Jedi Survivor stream. But yeah, so basically, David, what's up, my man? Good to see you. Good to have you here. Anyway, so we're talking about the Percy Jackson series that is coming out relatively soon. I don't think there's a release date. I could be wrong. But again, a new teaser came out. So I'm hoping that show is awesome because, of course, the main author of the series, the book series, has a big role to play in it. I'm pretty sure he had a lot of say with the casting of everyone. Pretty sure he had a big role in just the overall storytelling element of it. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that he played a big hand in this upcoming show. And of course, I think Disney's putting a lot of money into it because they know how big of a property it is. Has a ton of fans, especially people in my generation. Like the Gen Zers love some Peter Jackson, you know. The Zoomers, you know. So I think it could be a big hit. It could be like a new Harry Potter as well, like in terms of a TV show. I'm also curious to branch off a little bit. I'll go back to talking about Peter Jackson, but I'm still curious if Max is still trying to do a Harry Potter show, like a reboot. I think they're gonna see how successful this Peter Jackson show is on. Am I saying Peter Jackson? Percy Jackson. I keep saying Peter Jackson. That's on me. But Percy Jackson. Peter Jackson is one of the best filmmakers of all time, but not what I'm talking about here. But yeah, I do think Max and Warner Brothers is going to take a quick look at how this book series translates to the small screen, right? Of course, it's a big enough IP where you could make it a movie, but what's nice about television is that you can really dive deeper into the full book element where you can include literally everything, give everything a chance to breathe instead of rushing to tell the 2.5 hour story, right? So yeah, we see that we have someone else in the chat. Welcome. We're in the stream. Say hi to everyone. We have Mark and David. We know that. It's good to have them back. I'm excited for the show. Of course, they're going young, which makes sense because this could be a series that lasts a long time. So of course, you're going to go young and make sure everything's all good and dandy there. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I think the teaser looked good. I don't know if there's a release date yet. I'm hoping it comes out in the near future, but they just showed a teaser trailer. So I think they're done filming at the very least for the first season. So we should see that roll out at least, I would say, by the beginning of the year, next year, I would think. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't come out in this year. I could be wrong. But anyway, Percy Jackson. I keep saying Peter. It's definitely a fun idea. You know, it's just like the idea of like these demigods, sons of and daughters of these Greek gods and goddesses. It's a fascinating subject how they all go to this camp to harness their powers, blah blah blah. Like it'll bring a fun. It'll just be a fun thing to watch on TV, right? And of course they're going young, so it could have a bit of like a Stranger Things type of vibe. And of course, as they get older, they'll have more of that coming of age type of plot line. And of course, the books are great, and if the original author of the book series, it has a big part to play. I'm sure it'll turn out great. They have Disney money to back them up too. So I think good things in the near future. Let's see. Well, so it is Friday. Blue Beetle is rolling out now in the States in theaters. And based on reviews and public reception so far, at least, people are digging it. People are digging it. And my thing is, I think the trailers have been like good. I don't think they've been great trailers, but like they've been able to pique my interest a little bit because I like the cast. I really like the actor who plays Blue Beetle. I think he is a very gifted young actor. He's incredible in Cobra Kai. Oh, we got Harris. I figured it would be you, buddy. Great to have you here. Unfortunately, I just want to tell you, I don't think it's going to be a super long stream. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah, having a little game night at my ladies. But I'll try to be in here as long as possible because we have some news to talk about. But anyway, we got someone else here in the stream. Welcome. Say hey in the chat. But anyway, we'll get back to Blue Beetle. I have not seen it yet. Carrie, welcome. Thanks for saying hey. Are you guys intrigued with Blue Beetle? Because again, he's always been a character I've always enjoyed. Like of course there's like Batman Brave and the Bold. He's in that series. Dirty Red, welcome. And of course, like, this is a movie that's supposed to be starting this DCU, even though it was obviously in the works before James Gunn became the head of DC with Peter Safran, right? But he's saying that apparently this is like the start of it all. So we'll see. So apparently they'll probably bring him back. But again, I do like the main actor who plays Blue Beetle. He's in one of my favorite shows currently airing, which is Cobra Kai, which has its final season coming out, I believe, next month, which I can't wait for. But we'll see. I might give it a watch. It might be a Tuesday night preview type of watch, or a Tuesday night. Like they usually have like these $5 Tuesdays. And I know they have that basically everywhere. So I'm not gonna be able to have time this weekend to go see it. So who knows? If I have time on Tuesday, I might give it a watch. But again, it does look a little cheesy. I agree there, Harris. I agree. But I do think it looks fun. Like with the trailers, I mean, it gives me some Iron Man vibes. Like it's like the starting movie where it's just like completely solo, completely separate from this big universe, where you'll get some like hints and Easter eggs towards the broader universe they are in. Because of course in the trailer even they mentioned Batman. So that's cool. But I don't know, just like with him putting that suit on for the first time and him going up to this guy, it gives me that whole vibes when Tony Stark is flying with his suit for the first time, like his Mark II suit, right? So I dig those vibes for sure. Gotta drink my Pepsi. Gotta love it. I know it's not as glorious as Harris's coconut water, which I probably should be drinking more of compared to this stuff. But you know what? It's Friday. I'm gonna have a Pepsi. But yeah, who here is yeah, of course. Hey, it's QT. I don't even know if you guys know what QT is, but hey, it's a big boy cup. You're at QT right now. Love it, Dirty Red. You know you gotta love QT. I love those rollers, those glizzies. Mwah. But anyway, who's saying Blue Beetle here though? I'm curious. Is anyone saying this weekend? Carrie, I'm Schmook. All right. I don't even think I mentioned that at the beginning of the video, but I do most of the ticket or skip it's. Or I've done a lot of other stuff in the past, and I did I do some gaming streams every now and again. I did a Jedi Survivor stream yesterday, and I thought it turned out really well. We talked a lot of good stuff about Star Wars and sci-fi in general. I agree. Those soft pretzels are heat. Absolute heat. But yeah, I don't know. Any new movies you guys have seen recently that you're enjoying? Or shows? I'm curious. Like, what's piquing y'all's interest as of late? Because I watched Across the Spider-Verse yesterday. Awesome movie. I've only watched it the one time in theater, but it just came out digitally and I just bought it. But yeah, that movie just hits. It just hits. I was so happy to watch that. You think Blue Beetle's meant more so for a smaller audience? Or a younger audience, might be. Maybe. I mean, I think it's gonna hammer in on like the cheesiness of the MCU type of vibes. You know, like the more fun, jokey part, and less of like when it gets serious. Who knows? It might get pretty serious. Who knows? But let's see what was just said right here. My bad. Ooh, Carrie. I agree. I wanted to see Sound of Freedom 2. I may wait till it hits streaming. Hate to say. But it's doing very well. So I mean, it doesn't need my tickets. Oh, Harris, you saw Sound of Freedom? Okay. I've heard nothing but great things on that movie. And Harris, if you decide, just let me know which one you decide to see first between Blue Beetle or the Voyage of whatever. I thought that looked intriguing, but from what I've been hearing from reviews, it's apparently a pretty dull movie. But it's kind of lame because like the trailers I thought have been sick. Like, and of course has my main man blanking, but he's in Game of Thrones. He plays one of my favorite characters, Davos, in that show, and I just like seeing him whenever he shows up. I don't see him in much of anything, but new show on Apple called Monarch. No, I have not. Oh, ooh, that's true. That's the new that's the Godzilla show, right? I believe so. I know we just got some. That's something we can talk about too, because I really have enjoyed the MonsterVerse. Like besides the first Godzilla movie, which I thought was kind of I thought it was okay. Had some solid performances, but you get like 5 minutes of Godzilla, which is whatever. But I loved King of the Monsters, and I thought Kong vs. Godzilla was so badass to me. That hit and I think King of the Monsters was a better film. But yeah, I just loved Kong vs. Godzilla. I thought it was just so badass. And the cinematography in that is great. It just hits a certain nerd. It strikes a nerve for my nerdness, you know. But yeah, Monarch. Yeah, right. So it's Kurt and Wyatt Russell, and they're playing the same character. You're right, Harris. That's cool. So it's gonna be like some time jumps or flashbacks, blah blah blah. But yeah, dealing with all the monsters. Oh, of course, David. I agree. I will watch this show without a doubt, solely for Kurt Russell. He's one of my favorite performers of all time. He's in a lot of classic monster stuff as there is. Well, not classic, but pretty classic with like stuff with John Carpenter. Like The Thing is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. But yeah, I'll watch anything with Kurt Russell. He's the man. And Wyatt Russell, I think he's becoming quite a promising younger actor. I mean, of course, I only know him truly based on Falcon and the Winter Soldier, playing, of course, U.S. agent. But yeah, I mean, of course, he's the son of the great Kurt Russell, so I mean, he's got to have some acting chops, I'm sure, right? We just got someone else new in the stream. Welcome. Oh, Sci-Fi Quest, what's up, my boy? It's good to have you back. We had some good conversations yesterday. I'm trying to think. What else is... at work all day, I'm not able to see what's really popping off on Twitter or X, whatever. So I don't know. Maybe there was something else big that got announced today. Could be wrong. I'm curious. Has there been anything recent, like in the news, about... I remember they were talking about a Borderlands movie as well as a Fallout movie, because, I mean, of course, I love video games. Not as high as you'd like to be, huh, Mark? Fair enough. But again, those are two films I'm actually very intrigued with. I'm hearing that Borderlands is actually having some sort of problems from the last thing I heard on set. Of course, there's problems all around on set because they're not filming anything. That is the problem right now, huh? It's just these strikes. Like, I feel like I've been noticing this a little bit with a lot of famous people that are on YouTube. Like, I feel like they're rehashing some takes and like ideas, like in videos, just so they can put content out there, which sucks. But I'm seeing it like with John Campea, for example. Like, he's released like 5 videos roughly around the same subject of like what the MCU is doing wrong or what they need to do to fix it. And it's like, yeah, I get it. Like, we all understand the MCU is kind of in a weaker state at this current point in time. But again, we have Loki around the corner. We have the Marvels around the corner, which I'm actually very intrigued by the Marvels. Ooh, David, I agree. Yeah, yesterday I saw that where there's a new video game coming out. Of course, it's a movie news stream, but it ties into one of my favorite TV shows of all time, The Walking Dead, where it's based on seasons 1 through 4, and it's like you can change certain points in the time of like the show. Like in season 2, at the end of that, like the whole main thing was that Rick killed his best friend Shane, and but in this game you could have it where Shane kills Rick. So what would happen if Shane is the leader of the survivors? So I'm very curious by that. The graphics look like dog shit, but dope idea for a game. So I'm hoping they can maybe up those graphics a little bit. Because, I mean, again, graphics aren't everything. Like, you look at a game like Minecraft, which is one of the most replayable games of all time. But, yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, Sci-Fi. I'm so excited for Loki Season 2. I don't really... Oh, yeah. Kong and Godzilla, the New Empire. Yeah, that should be sick. But Loki Season 2 is very soon. We have, It's in October, I believe. I don't even know what's really coming out in September. I know on the movie side of things, things are slowing down a decent amount. I could be mistaken, but when I looked up like upcoming releases, it didn't seem like there was much on the horizon, if I'm being honest. Besides, like, of course, Martin Scorsese's new film. I'm so excited for that. Like, I remember when I saw Oppenheimer, I kind of wanted to go into that movie like not seeing anything like trailer wise, but they played the trailer to Marty's new film, and it just looks so good. And it's like, how is it not going to be good? You know, yeah, like the GOAT in my eyes, Martin Scorsese. Ooh, excuse me. And then you have two of the best actors of all time in it. Also, two of Marty's favorite actors to work with Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro. My boy Bobby D. It should be sick. But, no, I agree. Strays, I think, could actually be, could be a hit. It could be a hit. I mean, I haven't heard any reviews or anything on it, but, when I saw the trailer, I'm like, this is just me and my boys. Just out on the town. We're just out there. But it's funny. Like, I like the idea of, like, it kind of reminds me of that, I wish I could remember the name of the movie, which I never got a chance to see. But I know it was like, I think it was by the son of Jim Henson. So it's like a Muppet type of film, but it was like, rated R and whatnot. So that seemed funny. But it's can't even talk. It's giving me those types of vibes. But, who's going to see Strays, though? I mean, it's good cast. I mean, you have Jamie Foxx and you have Will Ferrell. I mean, it should be a good one. But I'm really hoping that these strikes end soon because, like again, I don't think there's that much coming out the rest of the year. I don't even know what's like shot and done completely, where they can like edit everything to have movies for next year. Because I mean, we already know Deadpool 3 was supposed to come out in May, and that release date changed relatively recently before the strikes, and I'm hoping I'm hoping we get Deadpool 3 as soon as possible, right? Because I can talk MCU all day, I can talk Star Wars all day, which of course we have Ahsoka around the corner, but I feel like we hammered that a good amount yesterday, but of course I'm always down to talk Ahsoka for those who weren't here yesterday in that stream. What are my thoughts on Rachel Zegler, huh? Well, for starters, I have no interest in seeing that movie, if that says anything. Also, it's like, I understand it, like, speak your word, be you, be unapologetically you. That's one of my main philosophies of life, because I think everyone has something. It might not be intelligent to say, but I mean, they have something to say, so let them say it. But if I'm like PR at Disney, I'm like, girl, you need to just shut your mouth. You can't just talk all this shit on Walt Disney, because he's just like he was a man who started this huge empire, and all these higher ups are like, oh my god, you can't say what you've been saying. But it is what it is. I think it is kind of crazy to have a girl like that be Snow White, which is one thing, but then you have her opposite of Gal Gadot, who, like, the whole idea of Snow White, it's like, oh, mirror, mirror on the wall, show me the fairest maiden of them all, right? And it shows Snow White where I'm sorry, Gal Gadot is way more attractive than Rachel Zegler, who's an attractive girl. But I'm just saying, like, I don't see that as a believable thing unless they make Gal Gadot look atrocious somehow as the Mad Queen, right? Or evil Queen. Mad Queen would be like Daenerys or something. But let me check this chat a little bit, guys. You guys have been saying some stuff. Ooh, true, Harris. Great point. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, Ahsoka. We just got that news that it was supposed to come out Wednesday, right? Like, it probably would have came out, like, I believe it would come out at 2 a.m. Central Time for me, whenever, like with Mandalorian, right? Yeah, no, on Tuesdays, it's coming out at 6 Pacific Time. And that's dope. So I'll be able to get off work on Tuesday and just go home and watch Ahsoka. I'm so amped for that. It's going to be both episodes. So but then we're going to have to wait a whole week for another episode. But it is what it is. But yeah, that's the smart move. I mean, if you got to feel bad for the people like out of states, but it's like, come on, Disney, you're here. So I want to be able to watch these shows not at 2 a.m. in the morning where I have to work the next day, right? And I want to watch this as soon as possible. Like, I'm not going to be able to go to work and just, because that's how I was feeling. I'm trying to remember the show it was, but I just remember, like, it might have been Mando, honestly. Probably when Mando was coming out. I was just at work, and I was like, oh my god, I need to watch this finale, but I couldn't. So that's what's nice about Ahsoka. I'm so amped about that. That's the correct move by Disney. I think that they need to do that with every single MCU, Star Wars, whatever show they're going to put out, Percy Jackson. They need to have it air on Tuesdays, 6 Pacific Time. I think it just makes the most sense. You're able to get your whole fan base in the States, which is the mass majority, I believe, of who watches your content. And but yeah, of course you have those in the UK, not the dog on any of you guys over there, which sucks. It'll come out pretty early for y'all, but I mean, you'll be fine. You'll be able to watch it. Let's see. What have you guys been saying? Speaking of Disney. Really? Doctor Who will be on Disney? You know what? I heard that. So maybe I'll give it a watch. I remember it was on something, right? It was on, I want to say it was on Max at one point. It was definitely on Netflix at one point in time. But yeah, it's going to be on Disney. Nice. Oh, God. Let's see. What else have you guys been saying? Oh, you think it's a bad decision, though, Harris? To be at 6 p.m.? I don't know. I don't think it's a terrible idea. But, I mean, I can see where you would say that, but no, I just kind of disagree. But maybe I'm just being selfish. Because, of course, I want to... You love the decision, of course. Oh, yeah, Sci-Fi, no. It's the episodes 1 and 2 will premiere on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Oh, the Ziegler stuff. Yeah, oh, terrible. Like, I think that a lot of the Disney moves are just so bad. I just can't believe most of these people have jobs. Ooh, I agree, David. I'll get back to that point, but I think The Invasion looks really good. I remember watching and reviewing it a little bit on the channel when it was coming out. Unfortunately, I never got to finish it, but I was enjoying that show, actually. But yeah, I just don't understand how so many of these people still have jobs at Disney. Man, you guys are speaking some truth in the chat. Yeah, I agree. Ahsoka, it will make it like an event coming out at 6. And I agree, they should do it with Mando and whatever else comes out. But yeah, like The Last of Us and House of the Dragon, like Max has been doing it the best. Like Sunday's just a good day to have like a new episode of something premiere, because that's how it was for me with The Walking Dead when it was coming out. Like I just remember being like, okay, let's go, new episode of The Walking Dead. It would take over football for me, you know, and same with The Last of Us, like, and House of the Dragon. Like those were shows, and I'm like, okay, I can't wait to see this each week, and it's the weekend, so I'm able to stay up a little later, even though it's a Sunday, but still, like, you're feeling that cozy Sunday. Just that I love Sundays. Sundays have become like my favorite day. It's just like a nice, lazy type of day. Yeah, but just to capstone it with some event type of show, but. Yeah, Ahsoka on Tuesdays. It's not the best day in my opinion, but it's still a good day, and it's good to have it come out at 6, or that people will be talking about it like crazy the second they're done watching the 2 episodes. I can't wait. I think Twitter will be going off. I think people will really enjoy it, which will be good for the brand. Again, to go back to Disney and Rachel Ziegler stuff, I don't know who's going to be watching the Snow White movie after this stuff, and I don't think anyone's intrigued with seeing this movie, especially since I'm pretty sure they're just not doing the Seven Dwarfs, which is also ridiculous. Like, who cares? Like, I remember Peter Dinklage was like, because I think it was Bob Iger or someone being like, yeah, we spoke to members of the community, like, like people who are dwarves. And he's like, who'd you talk to? He's like, because he is obviously the biggest actor that is a dwarf, right? And he's like, he doesn't care. It's like, if anything, it's able to get some new actors to get their face out there, and it's just like, it makes no sense to me. But I don't know, Disney. I just think they've been digging themselves a bigger hole. I think ever since The Last Jedi, it's just been like they keep going down. They go deeper and deeper into this hole. Let's see. What are you saying over here, David? Whoa. You're losing AMC in the UK, David? That sucks. Damn. So you're not going to be able to watch the spin-offs for The Walking Dead. Damn. Hold on. Gotta get a sip. I can't believe that. AMC is just a big platform. I think it's definitely dying down after like Breaking Bad was like just finished. Oh, sci-fi. Trust me, I think it gets good. I'll go back to you, Dave, but I think The Walking Dead's still a very good show after season 8. I think season 7 and season 8 where it went down for me, but then season 9 I think brought it back up, even without Red Grimes. I think it was still really good, had great storylines. And then with these spin-offs, we're finally going to get a full finale of like Fear the Walking Dead, World Beyond, The Walking Dead Prime, and just have all these spin-offs come together and end the show. And I'm so excited for all these reunions. But regardless, sucks for David that you are Oh, Kiri, I agree. It is really ridiculous. Like, you're right. There's only like a finite amount of roles that these people can have. To go back to the Snow White stuff, and Disney decides to go woke, and it's like, it's not really woke. You're just literally like, you honestly are being you're discriminating a whole group of people where they can't go out there, like where there's not a lot of projects where they can go out there and act in. And this would be a great one to be like, oh, these people have acting chops. Like, of course, Peter Dinklage, he got the role of the lifetime for someone who is a dwarf, and he was able to show off and literally win multiple Emmys. So it's like, you're just totally just disregarding a certain group of people, and you think you're doing the right thing, but you're literally just appealing to a small group of people that are just too woke for their own good and will ruin a lot of the things for good, talented people like the Snow White project with dwarves. It's really ridiculous. Disney needs to get their head out of their asses and full. They have to understand the mass majority of their fan base does not care, and they care more about the people portraying these roles because it's called giving these people jobs. And it's also just the classicness of Snow White. Dwarves can't be cast as dwarves is disgusting. I agree. It's literally, I think it's just ridiculous that we have to even talk about it because it makes no sense whatsoever. It's not a bad thing. It's literally, what you are doing is the bad thing because frankly you're just cutting out a certain demographic of people who now cannot work in this industry as easily because this would have been a huge project to get at least 7 actors that people will probably never hear of, huge opportunities to shine, but now it's impossible. Let's see. Yeah, David, are you unable to? So is AMC Plus not a thing? Because Harris mentioned that. I'm very curious.
Interesting.
That's crazy, David.
Do you know why? Do we know why?
David, why AMC is just not a thing now in Britain?
Wow. What are you guys saying? Why is
your comment being held?
Just because of profanity?
That's wild. I don't know what that means. Oh, Harris, stop it with your language. You have such a potty mouth.
All right, guys. Anything else?
Trying to think of what's been like any news that's been coming out, but might have to call it quits here soon. I know I have to pick up some pizza for the lady. Hate to say, because I'm having a great time with the stream. You guys are interacting very well. Love it.
Trying to think of some.
Just to have one big topic. I mean, we can finish off with this Disney content, but
yeah, I just remember I was
listening because at my job I was cooking. What kind of pizza? No, just some Domino's. But we're having people over for a little bit of a game night, which will be fun. A good amount of our friends. I'm hoping to play some Monopoly, but we'll see because we're going to have a good amount of people over, so that might not be able to happen. But I'm getting myself a buffalo chicken pizza with some bacon on it. She's getting a pepperoni, banana peppers, and black olives. I think she might be going the better route, but I like my buffalo chicken pizza. And of course, I'm getting some ranch because I'm a ranch fiend. That might be a Midwest thing, but I use ranch on fucking everything. But I'm excited. I mean, Domino's is just cheap. They have pretty sure it's 50% off on any size pizzas this week, which is a good deal. I mean, they always have good deals. It's only like $20 for these 2 big pizzas. Ranch will never not be dick. I agree.
Thanks, Carrie. I agree.
But yeah, I hate to say I do have to go. But I always love talking to you guys. I would love doing this more. I know Harris is the main man over here with the movie news. But I always love talking to y'all. I definitely am trying to do some gaming streams for sure this week. Because I just loved doing it yesterday as well. And I love doing this. I did it twice this week and it's been awesome. What the hell is a buffalo chicken? What do you mean? You know what buffalo sauce is? You know, have you ever had buffalo wings? It's just that, but just that is the sauce instead of pizza sauce.
Cheese, and then chicken.
And bacon on top of it. So I'm excited.
We can dual stream? Okay,
we'll text each other about that, because I'd love to have someone to converse with as well, right with me. But of course, I just love being able to see your guys' chats and be able to talk to you.
But yeah, always good
to talk to you guys. But yeah, Harris, we'll communicate on that. I also want to communicate with you about some gaming streams, also any type of stream you would want. I'm gonna get these some Ticket or Skip It's out here soon. The plan is to do, since I watched Across the Spider-Verse last night, I wanna, since that's fresh in the brain, since I haven't seen it since theaters, I definitely want to do that. I'm gonna try to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3 this weekend and do one for that, since I know that that came out on Disney Plus relatively recently, so I want to watch that and do one for that, because then it feels like it's within the time frame. And The Walking Dead Season 1, because I'm planning on doing a whole series review of each season. I could do each episode, but that might be a bit much, but maybe that's up to Harris. We'll talk about that. And then, of course, just leading up to
all these spinoffs
coming out.
But which one's Star Wars Outlaws?
Is that the open world Ubisoft game? Because yes, no doubt. Because I need. I've always wanted an open world Star Wars game. That's something that's I feel like has always been necessary for us Star Wars fans and who love video games. Because if I can just hop in a spaceship and fly to a different planet, do these bounty hunter quests or something like that, I will eat that game alive. I like the idea of like you can pick to be a Jedi or a bounty hunter, and you go. It's two different pathways of what you would do, and I think that that video game would make so much money. But all right, guys, I'm gonna have to go. But yeah, I definitely plan on doing a gaming stream soon. I bought my Xbox today. I can't wait. And we'll just chat. We'll chat it up. All right, guys, have an awesome weekend. We'll be back here very soon. Love you guys. I'll check y'all very soon. Bye bye.